Stay tuned as we take you off the beaten path to explore Oregon's scenic byways, where every mile tells a story and the views are anything but ordinary. Welcome to RV Out West. I'm Brooks. Based in the Pacific Northwest, my family of four hits the road to explore the best of RV life out west. From hidden gems and epic destinations to helpful tips and real road stories. So grab your coffee and join the journey. Oregon is a state with so many enchanting drives, where every mile feels like a scene pulled straight from a postcard. One route, you could be hugging the coastline on the Pacific Coast Scenic Byway, with sea mist curling up over the road and the horizon stretching endlessly to the west. You crack the window and inhale that sweet, salty air as you pass weathered lighthouses and windswept beaches, each small coastal town offering fresh seafood and quiet charm. When you turn inland, the terrain transforms. Towering evergreens give way to the sun-baked volcanic rock of the Cascade Lakes Scenic Byway. It's not just a drive, it's a slow-motion immersion in nature's shifting moods. In the eastern stretches of Oregon, the roads go quieter, the skies wider. The journey through time's scenic byway lives up to its name as it carries you through prehistoric fossil beds, abandoned gold rush towns, and rolling hills that glow golden in late afternoon light. Out here, there's no rush, just long stretches of open road and the thrill of the unknown around every bend. It's where you rediscover the joy of the journey itself, where gas station stops turn into local lore and scenic pullouts bag for just 5 minutes more. Driving through Oregon isn't about getting somewhere fast, it's about seeing how the land tells the story, one breathtaking mile at a time. The history of scenic byways in Oregon began in the early 1990s as part of the statewide effort to promote tourism while preserving the state's natural and cultural heritage. Oregon was one of the first states to embrace the National Scenic Byway Program, designating routes that showcased its diverse landscapes, from the windswept coastline of the Pacific to the volcanic peaks of the Cascades and the wide open beauty of the high desert. The first official scenic byway, such as Hells Canyon Scenic Byway, were recognized in 1992 and helped set the standard for combining travel with conservation. Over the years, Oregon has continued to expand its network, now totaling 29 scenic routes that highlight historic towns, dramatic geology, Native American heritage, and recreational access points. These byways are more than just roads. They're storytelling corridors that celebrate the state's identity and invite you to explore Oregon at a slower, more intentional pace. Oregon boasts a total of 29 designated scenic byways and tour routes, spanning the state and showcasing everything from rugged coastlines to those volcanic peaks. The first of these prestigious routes was Hells Canyon Scenic Byway, but they also later earned an All American status in 2000, just 8 years later, marking the beginning of Oregon's scenic byway legacy. The most recent addition, Mackenzie River, Mary's Peak to Pacific, and Trees to Seas Scenic Byways, were officially approved and added to the network in 2018, bringing diverse new pathways through forests, rivers, and coastal landscapes to the collection. Oregon's scenic roads are more than just ways to get from point A to point B. They're these journeys through some of the most dramatic and diverse landscapes in the Pacific Northwest. From ancient fossil beds to deep river gorges and volcanic wonders, the state's scenic byways offer you a front row seat to natural beauty and a rich history. I'm going to highlight three unforgettable routes that showcase Oregon's wild heart: the Hells Canyon Scenic Byway, the Journey Through Time Scenic Byway, and the Volcanic Legacy Scenic Byway. So buckle up, these roads are anything but mundane. Driving the Hells Canyon Scenic Byway feels like flipping through the pages of an old adventure novel, each turn revealing a new, wild chapter of Oregon's rugged northeast corner. Beginning near Baker City, this route winds through the forested Elkhorn Mountains, where jagged peaks rise above alpine meadows and historic mining towns like Sumter still echo through the gold rush spirit. The road climbs and curves through pine-scented air and open ridge lines, eventually delivering you to the edge of Hells Canyon, the deepest river gorge in North America. Standing at the overlook, you can see the Snake River slicing through the earth far below, with Idaho's Seven Devil Mountains rising dramatically across the way. It's a view that stops conversations and makes you feel small in the best kind of way. But the byway isn't just about big views. It's also about the quieter moments that stitch the journey together. Pull off in the town of Halfway for a slice of homemade pie, or to chat with locals who know these roads by heart. Wander through Wallowa Lake State Park. The glacier carved waters mirror the surrounding peaks and offer perfect picnic or paddle stops. Or take a shorter detour to Joseph, a charming town where bronze sculptures line the sidewalks and history lives in every storefront. Whether you're chasing geology, solitude, or just the kind of drive that makes you fall back in love with the road, the Hells Canyon Scenic Byway, carved from the Snake River, delivers a rich and rugged ride you soon won't forget. The Hells Canyon Scenic Byway stretches 218.4 miles through northeastern Oregon, primarily along Interstate 84, U.S. Route 3, and Oregon Routes 82 and 86. This route loops from LeGrand to Baker City and encircling the rugged Wallowa Mountains, first designated as a National Forest Scenic Byway on April 19, 1992. It earned the distinction of an Oregon State Scenic Byway in February 1997, and in June 2000, the road was elevated to the prestigious status of an All-American Road. An All American Road is a special designation given to certain roads in the United States that are recognized for their exceptional scenic, cultural, historic, natural, recreational, or archaeological qualities. These roads offer travelers an experience so unique and extraordinary that they are considered destinations unto themselves, places people would visit even if the road weren't a shortcut to somewhere else. To earn the All American Road status, a roadway must first be designated as a National Scenic Byway. Then it must meet additional criteria demonstrating that it has at least two intrinsic qualities, such as scenic beauty or historic significance, or of national significance. The road also needs to provide a tourism worthy experience with enough facilities and services to accommodate visitors. The designation is awarded by the Federal Highway Administration after a rigorous application and review process that includes documentation of the route's features, community support, and a management plan to preserve and promote the byway. Driving the Journey Through Time Scenic Byway is like stepping back into a living history book where every mile reveals a new story etched into Oregon's high desert landscape. As you wind along this 230-mile route, the vast open skies stretch endlessly above, and the terrain shifts from rugged canyon walls to rolling sagebrush-covered plains. You'll find yourself surrounded by dramatic geological formations, ancient fossils, and remnants of pioneer life, all whispering tales of the past. The byway threads through quaint towns like Fossil, where you can visit the Oregon Fossil Museum to marvel at prehistoric creatures that once roamed this very ground. Or stop in to Spray to see colorful petroglyphs carved into the canyon walls by Native American ancestors. Beyond the history, the Journey Through Time Byway offers an invitation to slow down and savor the solitude of eastern Oregon's wide open spaces. Pull over at Painted Hills there at the John Day Forest Bed National Monument, where vibrant layers of red, yellow, and gold ripple across the hills like a natural canvas. Take a hike along the Clarno Unit to wander among towering rock formations sculpted by volcanic forces millions of years ago. From tracing the footsteps of early settlers or simply soaking in the breathtaking vistas, this drive transforms the high desert into a captivating storybook you can explore at your own pace. From tracing the footsteps of early settlers or simply soaking in the breathtaking vistas, this drive transforms the high desert into a captivating storybook you can explore at your own pace. The Journey Through Time Scenic Byway is a 286-mile route that winds through northeastern Oregon, offering a rich tapestry of geological formations, fossil beds, and historical landmarks. Designated as an Oregon State Scenic Byway on February 19, 1997, this byway traverses 5 counties: Sherman, Wasco, Wheeler, Grant, and Baker. The route follows portions of U.S. Route 97, Oregon Route 218, Oregon Route 19, U.S. Route 26, and Oregon Route 7, meandering through communities such as Biggs, Sheniko, Fossil, and Baker City. A highlight of the journey is the proximity to the John Day River, North America's second longest undammed river, which parallels much of the route and offers opportunity for rafting, fishing, and camping. You can explore the John Day Fossil Beds National Monument, home to some of the most complete fossil records in the world, and visit the historic sites like the Kamwa Chung Museum in John Day and the Oregon Trail Interpretive Center near Baker City. This byway provides a glimpse into Oregon's natural history and pioneer past, making it a must visit for history enthusiasts and all nature lovers. This byway provides a glimpse into Oregon's natural history and pioneer past, making it a must visit for history buffs and the nature lovers alike. Driving the Volcanic Legacy Scenic Byway feels like traversing the Pacific Ring of Fire in one epic road trip. Over 500 miles of volcanic wonders stretching from Lassen Volcanic National Park in California to the rim of Oregon's Craters Lake. Every bend reveals a new marvel. Steam vents bubbling in Lassen, miles of obsidian-strewn lava flows near Medicine Lake, and a surreal cave carved by eons of volcanic activity at Lava Beds National Monument. You'll pass beneath the snow-capped majesty of Mount Shasta, feel the rush of Burney Falls, the eighth wonder of the world, and finally arrive at Crater Lake, its rim drive offering unforgettable panoramic views of the deepest lake in the United States. What makes this drive truly unforgettable are the surprises tucked between the volcanoes. Historic towns like Mount Shasta and Klamath Falls with turn-of-the-century charm, lush wildlife refuges, and teeming with migrant birds and interpretive trails that unravel geological mysteries. Stop in Chester to explore the Biz Johnson Trail, hike around the Manzanita Lake shoreline, or descend into Subway Cave's dark lava tubes with only your flashlight guiding you. From chasing geothermal secrets and hiking volcanic peaks to sipping coffee in a mountain lodge, the Volcanic Legacy Scenic Byway offers a journey through the landscapes shaped by fire, and a testament to the fierce, beautiful power beneath our feet. The Volcanic Legacy Scenic Byway is a breathtaking 500-mile all-American road spanning from Lawson Volcanic National Park in Northern California to Crater Lake National Park in Southern Oregon. The route was officially recognized in 1997 with Oregon's segment and expanded in 2002 when California's portion earned its All-American designation, becoming one of only 42 such routes nationwide. This road is a trip through a mosaic of volcanic landscapes, traversing a network of highways and interstates, including California state routes 36, 44, 89, 161, U.S. Route 97, and a portion of I-5 near Mount Shasta, before linking to Route 62, the Crater Lake Rim Drive, in its northern reaches. When you're planning your next Oregon trip, it's easy to be drawn to the coastline. Those crashing waves and misty sea stacks and windswept beaches practically market themselves. But just beyond the salty spray lies a deeper, more surprising Oregon, one carved by ancient rivers, shaped by fire, and whispered through fossil beds and high desert winds. Hells Canyon, Journey Through Time, and Volcanic Legacy Scenic Byways offer more than just pretty views. They immerse you in the stories that shape the land, from prehistoric creatures to pioneers and volcanic eruptions. These are the kinds of drives where your GPS might just need to take a back seat to your curiosity, and every stop feels like a discovery. So why should you choose one of these byways or any of Oregon's 29 designated scenic routes for your next adventure? Because they offer something the coast can't always promise: solitude, wonder, and the kind of moments that don't show up in a brochure. These roads invite you to slow down, to pull over at that overlook, to explore that quirky little town, or to follow a river just to see where it goes. They remind us that the journey itself is often the destination. So go ahead, dig a little deeper into Oregon. You might just find a version of the state you never knew existed, waiting patiently just off the main road. If you're hitting the road in a motorhome or towing your RV, Oregon's scenic byways aren't just made for driving, they're made for staying a while. Along the routes like Hells Canyon, Journey Through Time, and the Volcanic Legacy Scenic Byways, you'll find a generous scattering of Oregon state parks that welcome you with open arms. These parks are often full of partial hookups, spacious sites, and easy access to trails, lakes, rivers, and historical landmarks. Imagine waking up beside the still waters of Wallowa Lake, or be just minutes from Hells Canyon, or spending the night under the stars near Crater Lake after a long day exploring lava tubes and alpine overlooks. The beauty of these byways isn't just in the views, it's in the freedom to stop, stay, and soak it all in. So, before you map your route, take a moment to look up the state parks nearby. You might just find your favorite part of the trip happens after the engine's off. Thank you again for listening to RV Out West. If you got value from this episode, do me a favor and make sure to follow the podcast in your app so you don't miss the next episode. It's free, it helps the show, and it lets you know when there's a new fresh episode. I would very much appreciate it. Next Monday's episode, we sit down with YouTubers Jen and Kyle Bethune to hear their inspiring story of leaving normalcy behind to embrace life on the road full time. From homeschooling their kids to chasing sunsets in their renovated bus, the Bethunes share the highs, lows, and unexpected lessons of living the nomadic lifestyle. Don't miss this candid and heartwarming conversation about what it really means to trade comfort for freedom. Thanks for listening to RV Out West. Be sure to follow the show so you never miss an episode. And if you enjoyed the show, tell a friend and please leave a rating or a review. It would mean a lot. Special thanks to Scott Home Music for our intro song, We Are One. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook to join in on the conversation. Now, get out there, explore, and go see what's beyond the horizon.